All right, ready? All right, everyone. Welcome to Youth Ministry and Mentorship 101. I'm here at my local home church in Clinton, Massachusetts, Bethel Haitian SDA, with two youth leaders, Medjine, Seguy, and Jenny, Noel. How you guys doing?
Good. I'm doing good.
Hi, good. Thank you.
All right. The question I have for you two today is, how can we have generations working together in the church, especially with Generation Z?
I think Generation Z is misunderstood. I think all the young people are a little bit misunderstood. I don't really know the answer to this because it's really hard because, I'm saying because a lot. The older generation in our church, they grew up in a different country and a different time than we are growing up right now. And they have a hard time letting go. They want things to be done the way that they did it when they were in church. They want things to be like that, but they have to realize the times are changing. And I know even though times are changed, some things will remain the same. But if something hasn't been working for a long time, we need to discuss and try to find a way to fix it, because the way we're doing it, I don't even know an answer. The way we're doing it is just not working, and we just need to find a better way. But I don't ask me what that way is. Don't ask me what that is, because I don't know what it is. I don't know the answer. I don't know.
I think they need to communicate better and to have like a clear, open communication and make sure they define every word and what they truly mean, everything they're saying, because they're so easily like misunderstood about something, like very easily. And also, I feel like if the church tried to work together as one, if you're doing programs, if you're doing anything, we need to communicate. That's the key thing. It's communication. Yes, whether or not you can do this, you can do that, the boundaries and the lines has to be clear, and they have to communicate with one another. Because if you don't communicate with the other person, then there's no point. You're all just gonna fight. You're never gonna understand each other. And if you're fighting and yelling all the time, nobody can hear each other, and you'll never be heard.
Well, to play devil's advocate, what if in the communication that you communicate and you thought you guys agreed on stuff, but what if during the day of or afterwards it doesn't go that way? Or, because a lot of Haitians, I don't know if you remember someone particular, when you tell them something, they're like, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, Jenny, yeah, oh, yes. And then on the day of, it's like a different story. Or what if you try to communicate with them and they're not listening? Because let's be honest, a lot of these people, they're older. And you can't teach a dog new tricks. Not calling nobody dogs, but we have to be honest here. These people, it's going to be difficult for them to change their perspective. So how do you, what points do you have? What, advice, or what do you think we could do in the communication? Yes, we have to communicate, but how or what, advice, or do we communicate with them, the older generation?
I think the older generation, it's hard to please them. It's hard to do anything, especially in the Haitian culture, because especially, relate to our little praise dance here at Bethel. Any little moves or little dance moves we do or any songs we use is always trying to relate back to voodoo or relate it back to something crazy, and then they have an issue with that. And also the thing is, it still lies in the communications, but the way we have to communicate is that you have to truly understand each other, and you have to have that understanding, and it has to be given through through everybody in the church body. So let's say you had an understanding with your elder attaché for something, and the day of, let's say your elder attaché can't be there, it has to be like they have to tell everyone else that is in charge of the church, or that's an elder, or that's somewhat responsible. They all have to know what's going on and what's happening. So when it's happening, they don't come at you about it because if your elder attaché already accepted and everything like that and understood what you're doing, they would be able to they would know about it, and they can't come at you after that. So what I mean is that it's like we need to do active listening. We can't, like you said, it's not just yeah, like you phase out when somebody's talking to you. You have to do active listening, and you have to make sure like you understand each side of the conversation, and you come to a compromise.
But what if they're not trying to listen to your side?
Well, you have to keep trying and keep doing better, because I guess that's the way, because Haitians are stubborn.
But this is a podcast. Can we ask questions? Like, I watch a lot of podcasts. This is how they do. They interact with each other.
Well, yeah, they do. But I just wanted to add that what I've seen is open conversation needs to be honest. And I think what you guys are looking for is honest conversation with older generations. But here's the thing. To have those honest conversations, it has to be intentional on both sides, saying we want to work together. So are you guys intentional in wanting to work with other generations to get things done, or something else?
Yes, we are intentionally, and we are trying our best to work with them, because we at this church especially, we have a lot of youth. Like we have a lot of them that are all like threatening leaving. They're all threatening, saying they don't want to do this. They're threatening they don't want to do that, because they feel like they're being pushed out, they're not being heard, and they're not being understood. And so I don't want to see them go. I don't want to, like, as a youth leader, I want them to thrive. I want them to stay in the church. I want them to be close to God. And I want them to help the church grow, because they are the church of tomorrow, as they say. But if they can't, so that's why I am willing to sit down. I'm willing to go to committee and suffer through 5 hours of nothing for no reason. I am willing to sit there and listen. So then I think they need to be also willing to sit there and listen when I have to do my 5-minute spill, because like I always keep it short, sweet, and to the point, unlike that 5-hour committee. But like you say, it has to go both ways for the things to work. And I think there are some adults and there are some older generation people who are willing to work with the youth, who are trying, but there are also some who are stubborn in their ways. And as they stay stubborn in their ways, there's not much we can do.
Can I say something? Okay, if I'm being completely honest about your question, do I want to have honest communication? Do I want to honestly work with the older generation? Personally, the answer is no. I don't want to work with them, but I know that they exist and they're there and we have to. So I'm willing to put the work in to try to do it, but I honestly don't want to do it, because it's like I'm talking to a wall, and I'm like, we're going around in circles and nothing's getting done. Like, honestly, I commend my church, because my church, they were so against the drums. After years of fighting, they allowed the drums. And then they went against the praise team, because I was talking to a former member, and they said that they tried to get a praise team 10 years ago. Yeah, I mean, not praise team, praise dance. I apologize. They were trying to come up with a praise dance 7 to 10 years ago, and it was like, no. So they're allowing that. I mean, it is 10 years. That's a really long time. That's a decade before allowing that. But it's a step, I guess. But still, like, I feel like since we're on the praise dance issue at the moment, they said yes to praise dance to like shut us up. They're like, okay, we'll give you a praise dance, but they didn't want to do it 100% with their full heart. So now they're attacking our music choice. They're attacking what we wear. They're attacking everything, because they didn't want to give it to us. They just give it to us to be like, okay, we're working with the youth, so we give it to you. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you wanted this, we give it to you. But
we're gonna find every way to stop it from happening.
I honestly, in my heart, I don't want to work with the older generation. But I know that I have to. God says we must come together. We must kumbaya, my Lord. I'm willing to do it. But if I was my feelings, if I would put myself first and not God first, I would not want to do it.
Okay, so we have that's that. I think I'm gonna end it right there. Yeah, but basically, what I wanted to say to you two is to keep going at it, not to give up. Even though Jenny's shaking her head, she's like, "I want to give up. I want to give up."
It's not that we want to give up.
Yeah.
It's not that we want to give up, but we just sometimes feel discouraged.
Like last year, I went through this and I had such a hard time. And I was like, you know what? This year I'm gonna try. I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna follow the book. I'm not gonna get in any trouble. I'm gonna make sure that my elder attaché knows everything. I'm gonna make sure everyone knows everything I'm doing. Be transparent and clear as possible. No surprises. But it doesn't matter. You still get yelled at. You still get discouraged. You still get the stinky face. You still get the, oh, you're bringing the devil to the church, or you're bringing outside world to the church. And then what gets me angry is the fact that I had gotten approval before. It's not like I'm not willing to work with them. It's not like I'm like, oh, I'm gonna just surprise it the day of. No, I do it. That they know step by step. This is what I'm gonna do and exactly how I'm gonna do it. And yet I still get in trouble for it. That makes no sense to me.
So it's not that we don't want to give up. We just feel discouraged.
Yeah,
we feel
so,
like
bye.
no matter what we do, even though we try to go by the book, we try to follow all the rules, cross all our T's, dot all our I's, it's not enough. They find something, and
not enough.
it's just exhausting.
can
They
never
say
be
we're the
Haitian
church
enough.
of tomorrow, but it seems like they want us to be the church of yesterday. That's how it seems like.
Wow. Instead of the church of tomorrow, they want us to be the church of yesterday. That is a very interesting quote. Basically, what I have to say is this for you both. You know, I'm always watching what you guys do. So it's tough. It's tough out there. But I believe in working for young people and pouring into them. So I just want to let the people that are listening pour in to your young people, support them, encourage them, help them, mentor them. Let them know that you appreciate the work that they are doing. And are they going to do everything 100% perfect that you enjoy it? Probably not. But let us not discourage them. Let us encourage them. So I have to thank you, Sister Jenny and Sister Medjine, for coming on real quick and letting you. This was more for you to let you vent. You know that? I want. Let me just tell you. I said, let's do this short little video, and they said, no, we don't want to do it. And then next thing you know, they take the mic out of my hands and they're talking for about 6 minutes because they wanted to vent. So let your young leaders vent a little bit, because they're gonna be frustrated, they're gonna be upset. So let them let out that frustration and speak about it, because the changes are not going to happen overnight. It's gonna happen very gradually, and sometimes there may not be some changes, but let us encourage our young people and pour into them. Let's pour into them, just as Jesus poured into his disciples every single day. I mean, he had a traitor amongst them, all right, and one of them, and he had a petty one amongst them, all right. He kissed him on the cheek while sending him to the death penalty. Okay, he had a Levite and a tax collector in the same room. So Jesus was willing to deal with that frustration, that hard time, to work with these young people as he did with his disciples. So let us do the same. Let's work with our young people. Let's encourage them. Let's motivate them. Let's believe in them. Let's pray for them. So Sister Jenny and Medjine, thank you so much. God bless your ministry. Listen to God, and he will do the rest. All right. Well, thank you for joining us here at Youth Ministry and Mentorship 101, where we always say youth ministry is not a stepping stone into ministry. Youth ministry is ministry. Period. All right.